Hello, Jim Lurkey, owner of Safety Connections. And my blurb for the week is on leadership and getting overwhelmed. I'm seeing just a ton of that lately. I've had it myself. So here's what I got to say for a message of the week. I think most leaders today have a lot on their plate. Sometimes can simply seem too much. How often we find it difficult to think clearly. Do we ever lash out? Have you ever felt so overwhelmed? Maybe to a point there's no hope that's in sight? That feeling of overwhelmed is the number one symptom for people to grapple when they're stressed. I think we're able to handle short bursts, but when it's long term, what do? And I think we need to start thinking about that. Rest assured, it's better to be proactive than to be reactive. Even our simple actions or reactions can really make a difference. Changing our perspective on things, looking for positives. That can help increase mentally how we feel and helps us to deal with stress. Very, very critical. It should be empowering us to learn that we can deal with being overwhelmed. Take a breath. Take a second breath if you need to. A couple of things that I think of that can help us get back on track. Think clearly about our goals and our priorities. When you experience this thing called stress, you can't think clearly. Well, our brain is processing the speed on how it slows down, takes us longer to process, and it bogs us down. And we become frustrated, and we can become more frustrated. And then we wonder, what can we do? Well, here's number one. Think of positive, twice as many positives as the negative. Next, I think this is critical. Get help from others. You don't have to feel overwhelmed alone. It's important to find somebody that we can confide in. Other people can be open to your perspective on things and can help us to think differently, help us through it. Talking, listening to others will definitely help jumpstart our process and how we think. Depression and even worse are on the rise. But guess what? We have an alternative. We can get help. We can turn to somebody. But turning to somebody, the big thing is understand one thing. Know who you can confide in. It's absolutely vital. And as we do that, I'm going to ask you, think of up to 3 people. Write them down. Talk to them and ask them, if you get challenged, would you be willing to talk with me and listen to me and give me some guidance and share a conversation? That's number one. Having the names, having the contacts, the telephone numbers, in a moment's notice, we have someone available we can call. That's my thought for the week. Have a great week, everyone. Until next week, take care.